Alrighty, 30 minutes, 3.17 miles, 9:31 pace. Whew. You can see my sweat, baby. I crushed it today. I was supposed to do an easy run, and that's what I attempted to do. I don't feel super fatigued, other than like not getting a lot of sleep last night. I didn't push this run super hard. Got my water bottle here, so I'm sticking up with what I said there. I'm trying to run very intentionally. It's kind of daytime, so now you guys could probably see. So yesterday in the podcast, I said that I felt feeling in my quad, so I felt it up here. Today I felt it right in here, right above my knee. Now last time that was causing swelling, but this time, normally my feet, when you look at them, I don't know if you can see them, normally they're like this, or like this when I stand, but my feet are now like starting to get more like this. Cause I met with Michael, my PT. I don't even know if I'd call him, if it would be considered PT. I know it's some form of physical therapy, and he does do exercises. I just don't want to be labeling what he's doing incorrectly, you know. It feels like PT exercises, but it's like a different method. It's very interesting. So I'm just gonna say PT for right now. Michael, my PT, is giving me these exercises, and they're correcting my form. So when I'm running, I am also trying to run with intention. I was talking to Becca, and we were talking about how I kind of distract myself on the phone. She was wondering if I run with music. I said I typically listen to podcasts, but I'll have conversations with people, and then I'll just like completely forget the objective of the run and get out here. And every run has an intention, and I need to get better with that. I was reading the Triathletes Training Bible, and they were talking about how every run has an intention. If you get out there and you don't do it, then like kind of what's the purpose? Like, are you progressing and making yourself better? And I think they'll get a point where I correct my form, or correct like the way that my body is so that it's lateral, and then I'm going to look into trying to get my form more intentional, which I'm trying to think about my form on these runs and see if I get better. And I feel like I have the last few days. I'm trying to get more intentional with my drinking. I've got to get more intentional with fully hydrating and getting in all my meals for the day and whatnot. But I was thinking to myself, and I wrote this down at home. I said, without intention, now my brain's fried. It's not really, because it was an easy run, but I'm trying to think how I said it. I believe I said, without intention, there is no attention. Without attention, you're not present. Without presence, there's no focus. Without focus, there's no point. If there's no point, why are you doing it? And so, yeah, without intention, there's no attention. Without attention, there's no focus. Or without attention, you're not present. If you're not present, there's no focus. Without focus, there's no point. If there's no point, then why are you doing the thing that you're doing? So, kind of got to be very intentional with the things that you're doing, or you're gonna not make progress in any areas of life. And I was just, I'm just be straight up, like I started a podcast when I started running for a little bit, and then I turned it off, but it was with Alex Huberman and Stephen Pressfield, who wrote The Art of War. And one of the things that he talks about, which is now slipping my mind. One of the things that he talked about that also Seth Godin talks about is to be a professional. And to be a professional is different than to be a hobbyist or an artist. To be a professional is to show up every day regardless of how you feel, regardless of the results, to put in the work, to show up when you're sick, to show up when you're tired, to show up when you don't want to. Think about it like an athlete, he said, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. They show up regardless, sick, tired, hurt, injured. They're going to show up the day of and do the thing that they need to do. So just some thoughts. And yeah, be who you want to become in order to become who you want to be. I'll see you guys in the next post run podcast.